So one of the things that your family will do, especially if you have come from a narcissistic family or a narcissistic setup, and your parents are also dabbling on witchcraft, one of the things that they will do, they will introduce, because as a scapegoat, as a generational curse breaker, you have the Holy Spirit in you, and God has called you to break the cycle in that family. So knowingly or unknowingly, cautiously or unconsciously, you will say no when your parents want to introduce you to witchcraft. So he or she, your parents, will introduce witchcraft to your siblings. Your father or your mother will teach your siblings witchcraft, and they will join together to make your life miserable because you have said no to what they are doing. And knowing that you have discovered what they are doing, they will frustrate your life. So they will use also your siblings to frustrate your life. These are things that are being done behind the scenes, and they will also hold meetings without you. They will not, this is part of the strategy of rejecting you and make you feel down, just to frustrate your life, so that the main thing that they want to stop you from doing is to fulfill your purpose. You know, they will reject you. You'll not be invited in maybe celebration meetings in families. You know, you'll be like a cast out, like somebody who is not needed in the family. You'll see the behavior of your mother or your father, the way they behave with other siblings is different from the way they behave with you. The way they treat your other siblings is different. The way they treat your siblings is different from the way they treat you. You see it because they do it on purpose, because they see you like a rebel. You do not want to join the family. You do not want to be a family. They start blaming you, telling you that you are you don't want to be part of a family. You usually they turn it on you that when you don't want to be part of the family, yet it's them that is are removing you from the families, but they turn it on you. They usually use tricks, plots, witchcraft, rejection, hate, all these things they will do to you. And they will also teach your siblings. They will separate you from your sibling if they see that you're coming close or you're becoming closer with one of your siblings. They will make sure that they separate you from that sibling. They will do it physically, but they will also do it behind the scenes using witchcraft. So the scapegoat, or the one that is called to break that cycle, will go through a lot of torment in that family. You'll be denied things. If you ask something to your father, to your mother, money, help in anything, they will deny you all these things. They will not give you any support. They will support your siblings in everything, in their family, in their work, in their school, but you will not be supported anyhow. They will not give you support. You know, and when they are doing this, you know, you are confused as a generational curse breaker, the scapegoat. When you are doing this, you become confused. You ask why, but you brush it off because this is your family. You know, this is your family. You cannot do anything at that time before you awaken. You know, but God finally awakens you. So they will just support more your siblings, and you know, they will support one that is called the golden child. They will support him more because that one is the weakest in the family. You see, in a narcissistic family, they usually support more the weakest. Weak in terms of they are not bold enough to stand up for themselves. They are not bold enough to say no to their parents. And these siblings, they know that their parents are abusive. They know that their parents use witchcraft. They know that their parents are toxic, but they do not have courage enough to stand up and say no and not get involved with these things, you know. And they will support him so much. They will give, even if this person is married, him or her, they will even support him in their marriage. You know, this will be their golden child, the child that's a pawn in their hands. The one that is supported more is a pawn in their hands, you know. So they would you'll be treated very badly. Honestly, you'll go through a very a very very a very very a very big cycle of torment and torture, psychologically and mentally. And this is, you know, what they are, why are they doing this? One is to frustrate. The goal is not to you to fulfill your purpose, also to divert you from doing your things. Like if you are doing a work, business, they will frustrate everything about your life. I'm telling you the truth. Through witchcraft, they will frustrate everything. Even if you have a child, even if you're not living with them, maybe you've separated with them because you've realized what they're doing. Behind the scenes, they will do witchcraft to block your ways and sabotage your life. They will also attack your child. If you have a child, they will try to separate you with your child. You know, they will also try to communicate with your child. You know, your child has been living there, maybe. They know them, and your child knows no better. You have to also educate your child. So sometimes your child speaks to them, maybe both of you are away from them, but they will use that just to make you angry. They will gaslight you even if you are away. You can imagine the frustration that a scapegoat goes through in the hands of these malicious beings, you know. They will attack your child, even, especially if you have parents that are using witchcraft. They will attack your child. They will make your child wayward. Maybe they will cast spells on her. She becomes, or he becomes, a womanizer, sleeping around, addiction, alcoholism, getting in trouble every time. This is something that is being orchestrated and done behind the scenes by your narcissistic parents. I'm telling you that if you have not awakened to this, or if this is your first time you're listening to this video and you're seeing such things, you're sensing, because the children of God have the Holy Spirit that tells them what is happening. This video is to awaken you, to tell you that the ones that are behind your misfortunes are your parents, because you have refused to be part of their toxicity. You know, they become very angry when you say no. They become very angry when you start praying. They become very angry when you start they start saying, oh, now you pretend like you know God more than us. You're too religious. You're too prayerful. You think you're better than us. All these things will be thrown at you. I'm telling you the truth. And another thing that they will do that is very dangerous, maybe you are staying away from them, but you have not cut them off completely. Maybe they would visit you, or your siblings will visit you time by time. They will use your sibling to investigate you, to spy on you, so that to get information about what is happening to your life, so that they can sabotage, so that they can attack your life, you know. And they would also send, because behind the scenes they also teach your children how to do witchcraft. They teach your children how to cast spells, to use hoodoo. They will also send your sibling to do voodoo, or attack your house, attack your family, attack your children inside your house, to sabotage your life, you know, attack your life, attack your finances. They will use your sibling to come and put something in your house. Later, if you are married, when they live there, there's going to be fire in the mountain in that your house. So be very careful when you are dealing with a narcissistic family. They have ways of getting to you. One of the things that you should do is to totally separate from these people, because these people, their target is to finish you, is to unalive you. I'm telling you the truth. And you should be very prayerful consistently. You should start teaching your children prayer, and slowly telling them what's really happening. Definitely God will help you and they will understand. Don't invite them into your house. They will use your siblings to torture you and to attack you. Don't invite them into your houses. You have to separate from them completely and let God lead your life. You know, let God take over and take charge over your life, over your children, over your businesses and everything that you're doing. You know, something that I would like to add is something very hard. It's forgive them. You know, forgiving and healing is usually a journey, and if you're coming from this family, it's a very tough and very tough journey, very tough moment. And I want to encourage you that it takes time to heal. It takes time to heal. It takes time sometimes to forgive. But your weapon for breakthrough is forgiveness, and not harbor bitterness towards them. Definitely from a distance. and let God take over and take charge over your life. Forgive them and let go, and let God take over. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe, comment and share, and tell me what you think about the video.